We often mistake our thoughts for who we are. We believe the stories our minds create, but our thoughts are just fleeting mental events. They come and go. They do not define us. Our true self lies deeper, beyond the constant chatter of the mind. Imagine your mind as a flowing river. Thoughts are like leaves floating on its surface. These leaves drift along, carried by the current. They are not the river itself. Similarly, our thoughts are not our true self. We are the awareness that witnesses these thoughts. We are the silent observer behind the scenes. Recognizing this distinction is the first step toward self-discovery. It frees us from identifying with our ever-changing thoughts and emotions. By detaching from our thoughts, we create space for our true essence to emerge. We begin to see ourselves more clearly, beyond the limitations of our self-imposed labels. In the drama of life, we play many roles. We are parents, children, employees, friends. We identify with these roles and the labels that come with them. But these roles are not who we truly are. They are just masks we wear. Imagine yourself at a costume party. You wear a costume and play a character. It's fun for a while. But underneath the costume, you remain the same person. Similarly, our roles in life are temporary costumes. Our true self is the essence that remains when all the roles are stripped away. It is the unchanging awareness that observes the changing scenes of life. When we cling too tightly to our roles, we limit ourselves. We become confined by the expectations and judgments associated with them. True freedom comes from recognizing that our true self is beyond any role or label. It is the boundless being that inhabits this human form. We all have an inner critic. It's that voice inside our heads that judges, criticizes, and doubts us. It tells us we're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. The inner critic can be relentless. It can chip away at our self-esteem and hold us back from living our full potential. Imagine the inner critic as a parrot sitting on your shoulder. It squawks negative comments and repeats limiting beliefs. But you don't have to believe everything the parrot says. The inner critic is not who we are. It's just a collection of negative thought patterns we've accumulated over time. By recognizing it as such, we can begin to detach from its grip. We can choose to observe the inner critic's voice without judgment. We can acknowledge its presence without letting it dictate our actions or define our worth. Our minds are constantly chattering. Thoughts about the past, worries about the future, judgments about ourselves and others. The mind rarely stops. This incessant mental noise can be overwhelming. It can keep us trapped in cycles of negativity and anxiety. Imagine your mind as a busy city street. Thoughts are like cars, buses, and trucks rushing by. It's easy to get caught up in the traffic jam of our thoughts. But we can choose to step onto the sidewalk and observe the commotion from a distance. This is the practice of detachment. It's about creating space between ourselves and our thoughts. It's about observing our thoughts without getting swept away by them. When we detach from our thoughts, we reclaim our power. We are no longer at the mercy of every passing thought or emotion. We become the calm observer, the silent witness to the mind's activity. Section 5. Mindfulness, a gateway to the present moment. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about becoming aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting carried away by them. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for self-discovery. Imagine mindfulness as a spotlight. When we're mindful, we shine the spotlight of our awareness on the present moment. We notice the sensations of our breath, the sounds around us, the taste of our food. When our mind wanders, as it inevitably will, we gently guide it back to the present moment. Through mindfulness, we cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. We begin to appreciate the simple joys of life that we often overlook. We become more present in our interactions and more attuned to our inner wisdom. Section 6. Embracing silence. Finding stillness within. In the stillness of silence, we connect with our true selves. Our true nature is not found in the noise of our thoughts or the busyness of our lives. It is found in the quiet spaces between our thoughts, in the moments when we allow ourselves to simply be. Imagine silence as a vast, empty sky. Our thoughts are like clouds that temporarily obscure its vastness. But the sky remains, always present, always whole. Similarly, our true self is always present, even amidst the clouds of our thoughts. Creating space for silence in our lives is essential. It allows us to connect with the peace and stillness that reside within. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating silence. By setting aside time each day to quiet the mind, we create the space for our true essence to emerge. Section 7. The True Self, a source of limitless potential. Our true self is not limited by our past experiences or our current circumstances. It is a source of infinite possibilities, a wellspring of creativity, wisdom, and love. When we connect with our true selves, we tap into this limitless potential. Imagine your true self as a seed. Within that seed lies the potential for a magnificent tree. But the seed needs the right conditions to grow: sunlight, water, and fertile soil. Similarly, our true self needs the right conditions to flourish: self-acceptance, self-compassion, and a willingness to let go of limiting beliefs. When we create these conditions within ourselves, we allow our true potential to blossom. We begin to live more authentically, aligning our actions with our deepest values and aspirations. Section 8. Cultivating self-compassion. Befriending ourselves. Self-compassion is essential on the journey of self-discovery. It involves treating ourselves with the same kindness, care, and understanding that we would offer to a loved one. We often judge ourselves harshly. We focus on our flaws and shortcomings, forgetting that we are all works in progress. Imagine self-compassion as a warm embrace. It's about holding ourselves with tenderness, especially when we're struggling or feeling inadequate. Self-compassion is not about letting ourselves off the hook or ignoring our areas for growth. It's about approaching ourselves with understanding and a willingness to learn from our mistakes. When we cultivate self-compassion, we create a safe and supportive inner environment for growth and transformation. Section 9. Living authentically, aligning with our true nature. Living authentically means aligning our actions with our true selves. It's about being true to who we are, even when it's different from what others expect of us. Authenticity requires courage. It takes courage to embrace our uniqueness, to honor our values, and to live in accordance with our own inner compass. When we live authentically, we may encounter resistance. Others may not understand or approve of our choices. But true freedom comes from living in alignment with our true nature, regardless of external validation. Authenticity is a journey, not a destination. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery, of shedding layers of conditioning and embracing who we are at our core. Section 10. The Journey of Self-Discovery, a lifelong adventure. The journey of self-discovery is a lifelong adventure. It's a process of continual unfolding, of peeling back layers to reveal the truth of who we are. There's no final destination, no point at which we can say, "I have arrived." Embrace the journey. Approach it with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to learn and grow. Each experience, each encounter, each moment offers an opportunity for self-discovery. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are not your roles. You are the awareness that witnesses it all. You are the boundless being, the eternal presence, the true self that awaits your recognition.